Good morning, everyone. Good morning to my partners on the West Coast, and good afternoon to those on the East Coast. Welcome to the Revenue Room by Ameta. I'm Austin. In the Revenue Room, each week we present a solution training designed to help security professionals win more projects and maximize profits. So, if you're an integrator, installer, or security dealer, this session is designed for you. Today, we're going to be talking about something that every security installer or integrator experiences at some point: death by discounting. You know the situation. A customer asks for 3 quotes, someone comes in cheaper, margins get squeezed, and suddenly the only way to win the job is to drop your price again. That's not a sustainable business. The goal today is to show you how AIBASE Blacklight V3 changes that conversation. Instead of competing on price, you can compete on capability, performance, and results, and win more projects that cheaper systems simply can't deliver upon. In addition, Zach will demonstrate how to set up the new multi-target AI feature and other cool new features offered by our new Blacklight V3. And we will also do a live Q&A at the end, so please post your questions in the chat. All right, now let's get into it. Let's start with the specs. This is the AIBASE Blacklight V3 camera. CAM-IP3178-PV-28-AI-V3. This camera was designed for installers who want to deliver premium performance and advanced AI without pushing customers into extremely expensive enterprise systems. Here are a few highlights. First, this is an 8 megapixel 4K camera with AI ISP ultra color imaging. This means that in very low light environments, that the camera can maintain clear color video instead of switching to traditional infrared black and white. Second, it supports multi-target AI detection, which means it can identify people, vehicle, and other objects simultaneously in the same scene. Third, it includes active deterrence features with red and blue warning lights and audio alerts. So the camera just doesn't record events, it can actually discourage incidents in real time. It also includes a 2.8 wide lens, which makes it ideal for monitoring entrances, parking areas, and open property spaces. And finally, it's built with NEMA 4X environmental protection, which makes it suitable for harsh outdoor environments and industrial environments. So this isn't just any other camera. It's a high-performance solution designed to help installers and integrators win better projects. Now, let's talk about why Blacklight V3 is considered a premium upgrade. First is the ultra-color night imaging with AI ISP technology. Traditional cameras struggle in low light. They switch to infrared mode and lose important details. Blacklight technology allows installers to deliver clear color imaging even at night. And now with our next generation V3, the night images are even better than they were before. Let me show you what I mean. Wow, the quality of the images and video captured by Blacklight V3 still impresses me to this day. But this camera is just not about clear, bright images. It also supports multi-target detection and a single scene. So instead of only detecting one object type, the system can identify multiple objects simultaneously, like people, vehicles, and activity happening across the same scene. Another great hardware feature is that NEMA 4X durability coating. This means the camera can operate in harsh environments, including industrial sites and outdoor installations where harsh environments happen. Also, all of this allows installers to present a premium solution that competitors often cannot match. So you may ask, what happens if I don't offer an innovative solution like Blacklight V3? If you only offer standard cameras, you usually end up in the crowded low-end project space. So, like simple residential installs, small SMBs, things that projects tend to attract a lot of competition, which leads to compressed margins. But when you offer Blacklight V3, you can start targeting higher value opportunities, projects like outdoor properties, farms, agriculture facilities, industrial complexes, and large parking areas. These environments where reliable nighttime imaging monitoring really matters, and where customers are willing to invest in better performance. This allows you to step away from the crowded market and offer solutions customers are willing to pay for. Now, I want to bring you to a real example of a project done by one of our partners. In this project, the customer was a nightclub venue. The challenge was extreme low light conditions. Nightclubs intentionally keep the environment very dark to maintain a great atmosphere. Traditional cameras usually switch to infrared black and white, which makes it very difficult to capture clear details and even color imaging. The venue needed cameras that could capture faces, activity, and movement clearly. But they didn't want to install additional lighting that would ruin the experience of the nightclub. This is exactly why we introduced them to Blacklight V3, and that's what Blacklight V3 delivered upon. Using blacklight imaging technology, the camera produced a sharp, full-colored image, even in near total darkness. The result was clear, usable footage without compromising the nightclub's atmosphere. This is a perfect example of how installers and integrators can win projects that standard cameras simply cannot handle. Now, I hope by now you can see the value of our cutting-edge solutions to solve real-life problems. It helps you position yourself as a security advisor. When you present solutions like Blacklight V3, you are no longer talking about price per camera. You're demonstrating real performance advantages and delivering long-term security value to the customer. That positions you as a trusted advisor, not just someone installing equipment, and stopping death by discounting. And advisors that win large projects and stronger customer relationships have more future projects. Okay, now time to bring in Zach, who will walk us through how to configure the new multi-target features and other AI features that are introduced in this new Blacklight V3. Zach, the stage is yours.
Hello everyone. Today I'll be covering the live demo portion, showcasing our multi-target recognition, the new AI feature. But before we begin, I would like to talk a little bit more about some other features that are introduced with this new product, the Blacklight V3. The first thing would be dual support backup. What that means is it's essentially zero downtime for your camera. Let's say, for example, you're doing a firmware upgrade, and in the rare case that that upgrade fails, rather than your camera going completely offline or corrupting the firmware, the system automatically backs up using its dual backup system, and it remains online while critical updates reboot. So this virtually eliminates any error that can be done with the camera and keeps your live video feed up and running as well as your recording. The second thing would be the brighter image. As you saw in the video previously, the new Blacklight V3 has a brighter nighttime image with its AI ISP technology. Additionally, with that, you can also do longer target detection. So unlike other cameras who have a typical target range for AI around 80 to 90 feet, the Blacklight V3 camera can detect targets up to 180 feet. This is a new feature specifically for our Blacklight cameras. And in addition to that, the three new AI features that are included with this are the multi-target type recognition, and fire and smoke detection, as well as fall detection. So with all these three new features, you can configure them based on the type of project you're doing. You can pitch them to your customers, give them new solutions for something they may be looking for. So to jump into it for today's demo, the multi-target type recognition, as you can see here, I'll go ahead and enable it. And on the top portion here, we just have our basic settings, such as your pixel size, how big you want the target to be before it's detected, your bounding box, your result box. This will show you the name of the target whenever it is detected, and then your detection area. But the most important thing here is your target settings. So as you can see here on the left categories, we have pedestrian and vehicle. This covers your standard human, vehicle, car, motorcycle, bus, truck. But to get more specialized, we have things such as animals, everything from elephant to cow. So this can be used in vets, zoos, if you have a farm. All of these can be used to detect animals. We have public facilities such as traffic lights, fire hydrants, stop signs, parking meters, vehicle transportation. You can also monitor airplanes, trains, boats for those large commercial enterprise projects. You have sporting equipment, kitchen utensils, as well as your others, which has a wide variety of different objects such as laptops, cell phones, remotes, backpacks, handbags, scissors, many different items to choose from. So you can enable all of them if you wanted to. This will obviously detect all objects that are listed on the categories. For this demo, we'll just do pedestrian vehicle as a quick demo. So all you need to do is select it, click enter, and then exit and save. So now multi-target is enabled. And now if we hop over to the live tab, as you can see, now any type of target that you selected in the category will be detected, and you can see here with the green bounding box. If any person comes by, they'll also see there. And once the targets are recognized, you can also have them pop up on the right side, left panel here, or right panel, sorry. And it'll also come up with the name of the object. So that covers the multi-target recognition. And then one other thing that I would like to quickly mention for this Blacklight V3 would be our alarm linkage. So here we have a webhook integration. So for those of you that use third-party services such as monitoring services, or you're integrated with other platforms, you can now include webhooks into the camera. So when an event is triggered, it sends a webhook to your platform or your third-party service provider and automatically activates an alert. That is one new feature that we offer with this camera specifically. And overall, there's tons of new offerings for the Blacklight V3 in terms of video quality, image processing, and new AI technology. And so that covers today's demo portion for the Blacklight V3.
Now let's move to the Q&A, where we're going to read questions about coming into the chat and answer them as many as we can. We'll also send you an email in the webinar with answers in case we can't cover all here. So please keep an eye on your inbox after this session. A couple of frequently asked questions is, do our Blacklight V3 come in a different model? Actually it does. It comes in a 4 megapixel option as well. We will have actually a black version as well. A lot of people asking me, do I have a black Blacklight? Yes, we do. We offer this in a black. And we offer it in 4 megapixel for more budget-oriented customers. If they don't want an 8 megapixel, don't need it, we have a 4 megapixel option as well.
Yeah, so another question here is the webhook for all IP camera models. So currently, the webhook is only available on our V3 cameras. So in this case, it would be Blacklight. Eventually, we will be rolling that out across all cameras in our product line, but for the moment, just for Blacklight. Let's see. Is this the same as Starlight? So it's not the same as Starlight. Starlight just has more so the image sensor. It just takes in a couple, like the light, and sort of enhances it just a little bit more. But Blacklight uses an AI ISP technology. So what that does is it brings in the image enhancement, and using AI, it enhances the overall image quality, making it brighter. You need very little to low light for this case, whereas compared to Starlight, you still need a good amount of light in order to see objects. Where in this case for Blacklight, even in very low light, for example, we have customers who have them in the desert. Really just the moonlight enough is pretty much looks like a daytime image out there.
So Starlink is low enough.
Yeah.
Another question.
Let's see. How do we determine which is a V3 model versus a V2? So on our website, all products will be listed as V3. You can just look at the model name. So in this case, it'll be CAM IP 3178, ending in -V3. For any models that end in -V2, that would be obviously not the V3 model. So if you are interested in that, you can also talk to your sales rep to confirm availability for the V3 models.
Another frequently asked question is, when will the white light turn on? And yes, it does have a built-in full color light. Typically it doesn't need it. The only time it does need it is when it's completely pitch black. So like, let's say this camera is in a closet with no windows, then that's when the light will turn on and give you that light. But for the most part, low light is enough.
Yeah, just to go back on that, again, going on the example, all you need is very minimal light, and it'll image enhance the quality of it using the ISP technology.
Yeah. Let's just go into detail about what the difference in full color and black light is. Full color is going to be a camera that can actually produce a white light and then give you full color imaging based off of that white light, right? So if there's a darkness, it brings that full color white light on, the light turns on, the image becomes brighter. With black light, no light turns on. It just takes whatever light that's in the image or the scene alone and then boosts that up with the AI ISP technology and the better stack sensor to give you a daytime image. It's way better than any full color white light can give you. It's actually doing a lot more on the back end inside the camera to give you that great daytime image versus a full color camera.
Yeah, so do the NVRs need to be V3 as well, or is it just firmware updates? So there is no particular V3 model for the NVR. In terms of updates as well, it's more of hardware changes that are done on the V3 model. So like I mentioned, it has a better AI chip, better image sensor. All of that is already composed into the product. So once you receive it, you don't need to do any type of firmware upgrades. You can plug it into your existing AI-based NVR, and you'll already have all the features.
One unique thing I want to talk about the Blacklight 2 is it can actually enable facial capture on our 4 channels. Normally, with the type of cameras that we have, like standard cameras, it can't enable facial capture. A lot of my technicians, they recommend our Blacklight because it not only has better imaging quality, but actually has better AI for accuracy. So if you have a client that wants facial recognition, just one camera, but they already have a pre-existing system, I always recommend getting a 4-channel NVR. It's pretty affordable. Pairing it with our Blacklight cameras, then you got a facial recognition system for a really affordable price.
Yeah, and also just to add on to that, whenever a Blacklight camera is added onto any NVR, such as the 4 or 8 channel, which typically don't support the recognition database, the Blacklight camera is powerful enough to enable and unlock that feature. So you can have all the standard cameras on your 4 or 8 channel and just one Blacklight camera, and now you have a full database for recognition, whether it's for license plate or face recognition. Is the light continuously on in dark environments? So in dark environments where there is still some light, the white floodlight does not come on. But in cases where, let's say you have a really dark room where there's no light at all, no windows, as an example, let's just say a closet. So the closet is completely pitch black. In that case, the light will turn on and will stay on continuously so you can get a full color image. That is just one of the rare cases where when there's no supplemental light at all, the white light will stay on. And then is there motion blur with nighttime color in blacklight mode? So whenever you're enhancing the image to make it brighter, there will always be some slight variation of a little bit of motion blur. And depending on how far the target is, you may notice that there might be a little bit of blur, but this is very common and typical when you're enhancing the image. Over time, obviously, that is something that will be worked on and enhanced to make it virtually smooth and seamless. But in very low light or far targeting distances, you might notice a very small motion blur. Can we turn on more than one blacklight rule at nighttime? So the blacklight isn't anything that you need to enable or disable. It's already on natively by the camera, so you just need to plug and play, plug it into your system, and at nighttime, the image enhancement will automatically activate. There's no need to do any type of configuration for it. Everything is all good to go. In terms of AI features, like I previously mentioned, with the Blacklight V3, you can now enable 2 simultaneous AI functions. One for behavioral, such as line crossing, perimeter intrusion, loitering, and then one statistical AI, which in that case could be cross-counting, crowd counting, people crossing, entrance, region exit. All of that can be done simultaneously with your intrusion or perimeter line crossing.
And the V3, it works with all our NVRs. It doesn't matter if it's V2 or V1. It can pair up with any of our systems. All right, so to wrap this up, I'll leave you with this, guys. The goal isn't to sell another camera. The goal is to change how you compete in the market. When you offer solutions that others can't match, you stop fighting on price and start winning on capability and expertise. Blacklight V3 gives installers the opportunity to deliver premium performance with higher value jobs and build a stronger reputation with your client. And that's exactly what we're here to help you do. Thank you for joining us today. Please reach out to our team by calling or texting the number on the screen so that we can, as your business partner, help you start winning more projects. All right, thank you everyone. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.